keep the revenues we have currently.
Correct. We get a lower lease rate than what was tentatively agreed to. We get a much higher lease rate than the buck a year.
Right.
The last 20 years.
Here's the question that I'm going to imagine some of your colleagues will ask. The mayor has asked. They continually demanded eyes on the full audited financial statement of the team, willing to sign a non-disclosure agreement to see it appear into the same financials, but for Riverside Park, and they didn't get it. What do you say to those people that would want to see eyes wide open on the team's revenues, what they do with the money, how they spend it?
Well, hey, we've had 5 years of talks. I think if people wanted that, they should have raised that 5 years ago. It got raised in July. The Goldeyes did disclose. They disclosed financial statements.
Some.
It's not, they didn't disclose what was proprietary. So I would say, I had lots of questions for Starlight, and the majority of council cut off the questioning of the people from Starlight halfway through, saying we've got to move on, we've got a deadline. So, $14 billion company, how much did it make last year? I don't know, because I wasn't able to ask. Nobody was able to ask. So let's try and be consistent here. If we moved from 5 million to 11 million to 20 million for Starlight in less than a week, and they didn't move at all, then I find it a little much to say, oh my God, we've had months and months, we've had financial disclosure, we've got all sorts of documents here. We didn't get that from Starlight. The majority of council voted $20 million subsidy. So I'm not sure we're really treating people consistently if we now say, well, plus we had a recommended deal from the admin prior to that. The admin came back and said, we're prepared to agree to this package. There were 3 items in dispute, but the admin didn't come back and say, we demand more financial information. That was a directive from the elected officials.
Is the elephant in the room in 5.5 years the fact that it's Sam Cates that owns this ball club? I mean, you know, a lot of people talking in code around here about this. I gotta say, is it because it was Sam Cates and the cloud that exists over his administration at City Hall?
I don't want to comment on that. I want to get this thing to a vote. Gillingham said recently, I want to keep the Goldeyes, but not at any cost. And I think we've got a deal here where we'll get more on rent. We will get the land back in 15, not 25. And you heard the economic development stuff. We'll keep the hotel rooms filled. We'll keep, we'll keep getting the revenue that they bring into the city. It's a good amenity for the city. So I think I don't think anyone would say it matters who the owner is. I don't know what Sam Cates would say, but for today, I'm just trying to get this thing to a vote, and I think it's a good deal for the city. Again, you can look at it and say, oh my God, we're giving millions and millions. We won't have that to spend if the team folds. We won't. There's no entertainment tax coming if there's no entertainment. We didn't get it last year or this year because they didn't have any games. So I think looking at it that way, yeah, this is what the other pro sports team in this city get. They get a lot more back from entertainment tax rebate. So yeah, I think that's what we need to do to keep a tenant in our baseball stadium. They need a stadium, we need a team. This is the deal that after 5.5 years, and both sides have moved a lot. It isn't like we caved in. We've got them to move a lot. So I'm prepared to say let's get this done.